I'll just of this is central to our understanding about how. I'll just back off and let's try to understand gamma in terms of you driving a car. Okay, say you're on the expressway and you're driving your car. The speed at which you drive, okay, that is what you call a delta. That is what you call the delta of the option. So suppose, okay, you're going at a speed of say about 70 kilometers per hour. You can say, okay, that you're driving at a delta of about 70. What exactly, okay, does this delta mean in terms of an option? If the instrument, the option, okay, moves in, okay, by about, the instrument moves in by about 10 rupees, delta of that option, if it is 0.50, will tell you, okay, that for the 10 rupees the instrument moved, the option would move by about 5 rupees. It's 0.50 delta or 50%. That tells you, okay, that the move would be 50% of the underlying. So suppose, okay, Nifty moves from 25,100 to about 25,200, which is a movement of about 100 points. If you have an in the money position, which has got a delta of 0.50, for that 100 points of Nifty move, your option will move by 50 points because the delta is 0.50, right? So this is very simple and it's very easy to understand that with the movement of the underlying, the delta of the option moves. But if everything, okay, was up to here and standard, it would have been a very, very simple probability math for us to understand. The complexity begins with that move which happens, right? So if delta for 100 rupee change went, okay, from let's say about that 100 rupee point move happened, price increased by about 100 rupees, your option price increased by about 5 rupees, 50%, okay, of that. The option price increased by 50 rupees, the instrument improved by about 100 rupees, the option price increased by 50 rupees. All that is good and that is simple to understand. But the complexity begins after this price increase. The complexity is this, that that 0.5 delta does not remain 0.5 delta with the movement of the underlying. That delta changes and it becomes 0.65, 0.75, 0.80, depending on how much the underlying has moved. Now this is where our second friend comes in, and that is called gamma, right? So delta is your first option Greek. You need to know it absolutely if you're trading options. Okay, and if you're trading long options, long calls or long puts, we highly recommend, okay, that you choose a delta of 0.6 and more, because, okay, you will get that kind of a percentage move away from the markets. But it's not just, okay, about knowing delta, it's also about knowing, okay, what gamma is, and gamma is the game changer. Gamma, by definition, is simply the rate at which delta changes. So we know that when an option moves up by about 50 rupees, the delta is no longer going to be static at 0.50. It may move to 0.70. But the speed at which it changes from 0.5 to 0.7, that is where gamma comes into play. So if simply put, okay, if you're driving on that highway and delta is speed, then gamma is the acceleration. Gamma is why, okay, you would go at what speed. And traders, especially, okay, derivative traders, okay, who are trading settlements, need to understand, okay, what the gamma is, because gamma is different on different days of the week and it's highest on the settlement day, and which is why the gamma impact, okay, comes maximum, okay, in that last half an hour, 1 hour of trade, when moves are really very quickly. The gamma is highest, closest, okay, to the option going to a time value of 0, or what we call 0 DTE, and closest, okay, to that 3:30 p.m. time on the intraday scale, where you can say the acceleration is at the maximum, and a small change in the underlying, the Nifty or the bank Nifty or whatever instrument, okay, you're trading with, a very small change can create a large gamma effect, which can, okay, induce wholesome changes into the way the market is, right? So not just understanding of delta as derivative traders, okay, we got to understand what gamma of the instrument is, and gamma will tell you, okay, how much, okay, that option is willing to move for every 1 point change in the delta, right? So far so good. So we know delta is the speed and gamma is the accelerator.